Hello, everybody. Nice to see you all again. Nerdy Dell is feeling better, so he is going to be working on the YouTube exclusive behind the scenes of how I personally customize my figures. Um, Full transparency, I have done a little bit of work, as you can probably see, out of camera, because I honestly didn't think you would want to watch me priming and taping off a figure. That's kind of boring in my opinion, so I left that off camera, and I'm going to do the rest, for the most part, on camera. Mainly the painting and customizing part. I do have a few ideas floating around my head of how to do the face sculpt a little bit better. As you can see, she is primed and painted, but she's more of a happy smile, and I'm going for more of a villain character here. Like I said, it is going to be revolving around teeth, and she has a dentist outfit, so I'm going to kind of roll with that a little bit as well as I can and create a character around that. Still, I'm going to do that. I'm leaning more towards a villain, and more shall be said later. But to get right into it, I think I am gonna start by painting this hip joint, because it's very simple. I just need to paint this strip here. I don't think you can see it with the tape and the primer on there, but you might be able to. Anyways, I'm just going to paint that because it's really short and easy, and just to get it out of the way. Full transparency, I'm going to try to pre-record most of these videos today. All of them are pre-recorded, but I'm hopefully going to pre-record enough of them today to get the figure predominantly and mostly done. That's my hope, at least. Oof. Don't want... Oof. That shot out of there like a cannon. Anyways, I had to kind of get rid of a flake of paint. What I like to do, personally, and what I should do more, is water down the paint a little bit and wet the brush, just to help the paint spread easier. At least I find that it does whenever I do it. It helps the paint, cover easier and more even. But with all that said, let's get into it. Just really all that needs to be covered. Oof, that's too wet. Need more paint for that. All that really needs to be painted is this part right here. Oof, still too wet. I think I fumbled. Yeah, but this is really all that needs painted right here. And it's okay. It'll dry. I don't like that. I got the brush too wet and didn't dry it off enough. It's been a minute since I have been sick. I haven't recorded. And as you can probably tell, the paint I had mixed on the previous episode up here is all dry. So I had to remix paint down here, and I mixed a lot of it trying to get more of an accurate shade. So hopefully I don't waste a crap load of paint. But yeah, here we go. And I'm also going to paint the ball joints just a little bit, because they are going to be exposed somewhat on the base figure. Like in a previous video when I recorded it previously, the character is going to have a skirt, so it's not going to be seen too much, and it's not like I'm going to sell her to the highest bidder anyways. She's going to stay in my personal collection. So I'm not too concerned with getting the ball joints perfect. Besides, there's no such thing as perfection anyways. Perfection is a myth. For any of you out there that are worried about perfecting things, that's impossible. You can never be perfect. Nobody will ever be perfect. Nerdy Dell sure isn't perfect at all. And I'm trying to understand that more and embrace imperfection a little bit more. Oof. Nerdy Dell's stomach is rumbling, y'all. Nerdy Dell forgot to eat breakfast. So, anyways, with that said, let's just continue to focus on the painting, Nerdy Dell. Continue on the painting, young whippersnapper. Stop getting sidetracked. Let's go ahead and work on this one a little bit. Gonna gently dip the brush in water, apply more paint so it'll cover in a thinner coat, which is better, I'm finding. The more I do this, the more I'm finding that, forgot to prime that part back there. Oh, well, that part won't be seen anyway, so I'm not too concerned for myself. Because it's like I said, this is a personal collection figure. I don't plan on selling her at all. I don't really do commission work either, only because I don't want this to turn into a job. I like to keep this a hobby because it keeps me enjoying the process. I'm afraid, honestly, this is fear talking, to be perfectly transparent, but no, and I don't like to say but anymore either. That's kind of negating what you previously say. Whenever you say yeah, but, you're discrediting and you're disregarding what you previously said as a lie, pretty much. You're lying to yourself, in my opinion, whenever you say yeah, but, you're lying to the person you're talking to and yourself. That's why I'm trying to stop saying but, unless it's warranted. But that rarely ever is the case. No, and that rarely ever is the case. See? Practice. Practice makes better, not perfect. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Whoa. That was a very... Oh, no. No commercials. Boo. We shall make a lot of noise, so drown out the commercials, hopefully. Commercials suck. They are no bueno on my YouTube channel. I'm not happy about that. Alright, well, it's over now. Hopefully it drowned my noise and rambling drowned it out. Patience. Patience. And that's another reason why I'm doing this on YouTube. This figure is exclusively for the YouTube channel. Pardon me. I had a hitch in my throat. Ernie Dale had a frog in his throat, y'all. Just kidding. As always, I'd still like to be goofball mode, I guess you could say. I like to goof around and have fun. To me, it's entertaining myself, which I deserve to be entertained too, as well as y'all. So hopefully I'm doing a good job. If any of y'all have improvements, or not improvements, but how to say it, kind of scatterbrained at the moment because I'm focused, hyper focused on what I'm doing and not paying attention to what I'm saying, which is not good. If any of you have suggestions of how I can improve my videos, I am more than willing to take constructive criticism. If you're gonna bash me, please save it, because that's not productive or helpful. But if you want to help, please, by all means, give some feedback, constructive criticism. I'm not opposed to that. But if you straight up bash me, it's not cool. And I'm gonna ignore you. This is another piece that I'm going to do first because it's literally just a solid piece that's pretty easy to paint. As I can see that it's streaking, I need to get the brush wet a little bit. Let me dry it off so it doesn't make it too thin. Oof, that's better, kind of. I don't know if y'all can see that. Maybe do it a little bit closer. But I don't want to do it over the floor in case it falls. I don't want to get paint on my floor. That'll be no bueno. I think I needed to use a different brush for this part too. Oh well. You know what? I'm going to transition to a different brush. A bigger brush. This brush. So, dip it in the water. Dry it off just a smidge. Get the paint on it. And I think what I have a idea for this figure. My mind's going blank as I'm focusing. I kind of want, I don't know, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. While I'm not making this, trying to make this a Dragon Ball figure by any means, I do like the Majin character in Majin concept. And one tidbit of information I will share about this concept figure is it's going to be kind of a blend of Majin and Symbiote from Marvel. Spider-Man, you know, like Carnage, Venom, so on and so forth. She is not a symbiote. She's not a Majin either. But all I'm going to say is I'm kind of trying to go that route. And I will be modifying the head sculpt with either Warbler or Sculpey something. Some form of modification to the face because it's more of a happy smile. And I think I've already said it's going to be a villain character. So I don't want to make her happy in a smiling way. A happy smile. What I'm trying to say. I want her to be more of a sinister villain, anti-Tooth Fairy type person. Or figure, character thing. Mobobber. But yeah, I think I want to do varying shades throughout her skin tone and not costume, because I'm not going to alter the costume. But I do want to do like an effect where hopefully I can get her to look like her skin tone is alternating in color from spot to spot. That's what I'm going to try to accomplish. Whether or not I get it, whether or not I nail it is another question, because this video is not done yet and the figure is not done. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Nerdy Dell can achieve it. And I'm not trying to refer to myself in the third person. I don't mean to be like that. I'm just speaking. I'm not really vain, actually. I'm very shy, typically. So this is a huge thing for me to be putting myself out there like I try to do, is challenge my shyness for YouTube's sake. I'm using YouTube to challenge my shyness. There, that's a better way to say it. I do get incredibly nervous in front of cameras. So as you can probably see, I'm shaky, and that is because I'm nervous and anxious. Crud, I'm not. Breathe. Breathe. It's okay, dude. You're doing fine. I like to talk to myself a little bit too. Not because I'm crazy or anything, but it helps me calm my nerves. So you're also finding out a lot about me in this process too. This whole YouTube thing is kind of letting y'all in on a personal aspect of myself. If that makes any sense. I think I need to just set this part down at this point because I'm getting a little frustrated and it's not doing what I would like it to do, so I think I need to just set it down after I finish this coat, which is not going on even, unfortunately, which is a bit of a bummer, I guess you could say. So it might actually work out in the end because like I was saying, I kind of want her to have like how to describe it. I want it to look like her skin color is undulating because she is going to be like as you can see, well, maybe not, but I shall give you a quick glimpse of my background. It is like space and otherworldly, which is where she's the concept for this character is a character that is first and foremost themed around teeth, but she is I don't know if I can say it without ruining something, but maybe in a future video I'll go into more detail, but she is going to be from space. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, but so far I've done this part here, which is basically the only strip I need to do on this. I'm not going to cut the video there. It's going to be kind of lame to do that. Oof, I don't want that to fall on the floor. No falling on that floor, though. Don't let that fall on the floor. I'm just taking a quick look at this. Seeing if I want to do a different tone in a thinner coat. Which I think I will. I think I should let it dry. Oof. Fumble. That was not good. I do not like how I did that. That made me upset a little bit. Not upset. Just like, wow, you really almost dropped that and messed up what you did. But yeah, I think I'm going to work on this leg now. I go back and forth on whether or not, because this part right here is all black for her design, her clothing design, but I'm thinking I go back and forth on whether or not to make this section from here to here, from here to here black as well, and just do this part in color. Going back and forth on that. So for now, I think all I'm going to do is this part here, and if I go past it, so be it. It's not that big a deal, because if I decide to make the bottom part black, it wouldn't be too hard to cover up. In fact, black will cover it up pretty darn easy. So I think I'm just gonna get more paint on the brush. Wait, my tummy is rumbling, y'all. Nerdy Dell needs to go eat some breakfast. As I record this, it's like 5 in the morning because my insomnia is acting up, and it really was a pain in the butt to keep tossing and turning, not being able to go back to sleep. So I decided to get up and record. Might as well be productive while I can't sleep, right? So this part's all going to be purple-ish for sure. I don't know. I just go with the flow when I paint. I'm definitely not a professional painter, or like I have not been professionally trained. I kind of just pick up what I can, wherever I can, however I can, and self-taught for the most part. I pretty much teach myself this stuff, and I hope that by doing this series, this little mini series, it can at least teach what not to do in the worst case scenario, and when the best case scenario, give some people some pointers on how they can do stuff differently than they normally do, if that makes any sense at all. I hope it does, because part of being me is dealing with explaining things properly. I have trouble with communication, full disclosure, and that's something I'm also trying to improve upon. I'm going to go ahead and go below that little line. I'm not liking that. I need this brush to make it more of a even coat. There we go. I need to do longer strokes too. I keep forgetting that I need to do longer strokes to make it more even. Hopefully y'all can see. I may do some of the skin tone in an off-camera video. I mean, off-camera. Can't really do an off-camera video, can you? Pay attention to what you say, young man. Just kidding. Kind of. But not really. You know what? I'm just going to do the whole dang leg. If I end up going back later and making the bottom part black, like I might actually do, so be it. It'll be easy to cover with black, because black covers everything pretty much. In fact, it does. It covers everything. Black will cover everything. Oof, I heard something outside of my room. I should probably check, but I'm not going to stop the video here. I might stop it in a minute, go check, and then record more afterwards. Oi. I'm not letting it dry enough. And that's my problem. I'm getting too impatient and I need this chill. So let's do one more coat. Because if I have to do multiple coats, it's still okay. Because it's better to do multiple coats. That's one thing I am learning. It's better to do multiple coats of a thin layer versus one thick layer. Because with one thick layer, you're going to gunk up the joints. And you don't want that. So I still want this part right here to be able to turn. And yeah, I think I'm just going to leave that part like that. And work on this one. Something's going on outside of my room, y'all. I think the house might be waking up, so to speak. Not the house itself, but the other people in the house. Oof. Breathe. Getting anxious because I hear noises and I don't know what it is. It's a mystery. Call Scooby-Doo, there's a mystery to be solved. Just kidding. So you want to make sure you get the paint even brush strokes as well, because that'll make it go on smoother. I'm just trying to get it more uniform, but you know what? That's okay. It's okay like that, because like I said, it's better to do multiple thin layers versus one thick gloppy layer. And I kind of made that one thick and gloppy, so I'm trying to touch it up a little bit. Let's go back to this a little bit. It's had some time to dry. I'm not going to work on the head sculpt probably until closer to the end of the figure. Only because, like I said, I kind of want to modify her face. I already know what hair color I want her to be, but I shall leave that for later. As you can see, there are white, black, silver, purple, 2 shades of purple, and 2 shades of red. Pardon me. Pardon me. That was a bit awkward. But anyways, I think I'm going to call it for this video. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm going to call it. I'm going back and forth, y'all. What should I do? Should I call it and say deuces? Or should I continue? You know what? I'm just going to call it for today. For this video. I'll work on more of it. Work on more of her in a little bit. But with all that said, I hope you all are enjoying the process and getting some helpful tips or learning what not to do in the worst case scenario. But yeah, with all that said, take care, peace out, and have a great day.